and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk about handbags from contemporary to designer, talk about anything related to bags in general. So today I wanted to talk about, how do I store my bags? How do I keep it structured? How do I keep it organized? What are some best things that I've discovered that I love using to kind of hold the shape to my bags? And, obviously this is just my opinion. I'm not an expert by all means, but I am definitely learning to figure out, how do I kind of pack everything when I'm storing it. And prior to, watching YouTube videos and just understanding a little bit more about the textures and leathers and stuff, I would just throw it in a container or throw it in Tupperware. Honestly, it's been really bad, right? I would just put it away like that. And I've noticed that it definitely has damaged some of my bags before because I haven't done it the right way. So I wanted to just kind of share with you my experience and some of the things that I personally have been loving recently. First thing I want to start by talking about is organizers. You guys, if you guys been watching some of my other videos, know that I love a good kind of I don't love structured and I don't like slouchy. I kind of like the in-between. I like it to have somewhat of a shape, so that way it kind of looks new and pristine, but at the same time it has that casual look to it where it's not like, oh, I'm wearing a very heavy structured bag, but it has some sort of give. That is my ideal situation. So with that, let me just start with the Chanel 19. I did a first impression of this when I unboxed it with you guys not too long ago. I'm going to be real honest. I actually haven't really used her yet. Really, not really, just because I haven't really had that opportunity to go anywhere that I felt like I wanted to bring her out. But I'm excited definitely to use her hopefully sometime soon. But I shared this in my last video, but this is, you guys can see here, this is a Zumoni Organizer, and it comes with a little pouch like this where you can put your lip gloss, chapsticks, and things like that. It's just has some side pockets here, here, and this particular one was made especially for the 19 size, and I just been loving this so much just because when I actually first unboxed this, I realized that this is really nice. You can tell whoever made this really put a lot of thought into it, and it just is a really quality piece. So definitely going to be ordering from them in the future when it comes to some of my bags. I think I'm going to order one for actually the bag I'm going to share in a little bit. But yeah, so that's what that looks like. Love it because it, the 19 we all know is a slouchier bag. So I think this is the smallest size. So not the wallet on chain, but this is just the 19 and small, or they say medium, I think online. But because this bag isn't super big, I think even without the organizer, it still has some sort of structure to it. But I think if you were to get the other sizes and you didn't put any sort of organizer, it just looks like a sunken in pillow to some degree. And that's never, in my opinion, a great look. So I would definitely recommend a Zumoni Organizer. Next, let's talk about the Speedy. This is the Speedy 25. I know it comes in a 30, which is a little bit bigger. This is the smaller one. And I love this bag because of the carefree purpose of it. This is the Speedy B, so it comes with a strap. I don't have it on right now, but obviously you can attach it. You can wear it as a crossbody, or you can just carry crook your arms or just hold it like this. Really like this, but obviously when you put things in it, it does sometimes look like this, and again, not a great look. So I started using an organizer in it. Right now there's none in it. So let's talk about storing, how I store this. Prior, I would just store it with nothing in it, but I've noticed it losing its shape. It'll kind of go down a little bit, and I just didn't want that to happen. So I actually just took, a lot of times Amazon comes with, these little air bubbles. I just make sure I keep them. And I actually use these to stuff and store in the inside of my bags. And it's been working really well. And we all, I'm sure, get tons of Amazon packages. So just make sure you keep those. Even if you didn't organize or you didn't keep some of the air bubbles, you can purchase, I think, literally a roll like this big for like $14.99 or something. So that is a good option. And that is how I store it. And I kind of just stick these pieces in there just to make sure. I recently just ordered this particular organizer through Amazon. And you guys know I love these nylon ones just because it is like, you know, scratchy. It's like a little squishy, and it, like, as much as I love the Zumoni ones, they definitely have more of that, how do I say it? They definitely have more of that structured feel. So this one will not, it kind of lives like in between like structured and slouchy. So before I put this into the bag, you guys can see that it does have one side where it has 3 pockets like this. Other side is just a zip like this that has a section like that. And then with this, there's a lobster clasp. I think that's what we call it, a lobster clasp right here that you can attach keys on if you wanted to. And then inside, they're just like other little slip pockets in the event that you did want to put something in it. So I ordered the red version to go with inside this particular Speedy. It has a red, let's see what that looks like in here. Okay, it's honestly a perfect fit. Look at that. So yeah, these are great. And it's a great alternative if you didn't want to go like the Samorga or the Zumoni route. And this, see how it's structured, but it still has somewhat of a structure, but it's squishy. And when you are wearing it, whether it's handheld or crossbody, you're gonna get that, like, the look of it. So I personally love it. And another thing I really like about this option is that it's light. You guys know I don't really love a heavy bag, at least not for like an everyday bag, because as you put things in it, it only gets more heavy. So with something like this, it's so lightweight that when you put things in it, you're not gonna feel that weight. So I personally love those particular ones. And I have so many in different bags. This one actually, I just recently discovered. So I actually went on a little Target run. I just had to grab a couple of things. And as I was going through the aisles, I noticed this. And I was like, what is that? And they actually, so this is the brand A New Day right here. They actually now have bag organizers, and if you actually feel this, it's such a nice material. It's really substantial and really affordable too. I think this bag is, yeah, this is only like $20 for this, and it comes with a bunch of different colors. I got the beige just because it matches with more stuff, but it comes in like lavender and like some other like pastel colors and just your standard neutrals too. So this one has 2 outer pockets. Has these things if you want to put like maybe like lip gloss or pens in these little slots over here. Other side has this really cool back pocket where you can slip your phone, and a little like gold hardware button. Just looks like that. In the middle, there's stuffing in here, but it has like this on the side right here, whereas you have another slip like that. And on this side, you have your different like different other areas for you to put stuff in too. So, and there is no zipper to the top though. So like on the other one I just shared, there is a zipper. So if you wanted to grab it out of your bag and just use it as like a little clutch, you cannot do that with this one because it does not have that in it. And it has this little like claw, lobster claw on the side too, where you can attach like whatever you want, maybe keys or just something that's easy access. And again, I thought this was so cool because I never seen this at Target, and I just thought this will work so good in some of the bags. But I did realize that this doesn't fit any of my bags, but I wanted to pick it up anyways, just so I can share this with you guys because I just thought it was a really, really neat option. And this, again, if you actually feel it, it has like a thickness to it, and it's cushiony. So I think there's like, it feels like a pillow almost. It's really nice. So if you guys are looking for something that is maybe not order online, if you go to Target, this is definitely something you should check out if it fits into any of your bags. My intention for that particular organizer was actually for this bag right here, which is the Louis Vuitton Place bag, but it did not fit. Like, it looks like it would fit. Let me try again just to see. So this is too big for this bag, but that's okay. I still think it's, you know, a great option to have. But yeah, it didn't fit. But I think for this particular bag, I probably will get a Zumoni organizer for this. And the reason for that is this bag is, I think it's just the material. You know, you guys know this is canvas with leather trim. And I think it's like, it really is like, look, like that's not cute, right? So I think with that, I might need something semi more structured. And I think Zoomoni makes such a like nice piece that I would actually use a Zumoni for this. I'll probably order one for this particular bag and not necessarily use like the nylon ones I was just sharing, because you know, like every bag kind of has its own needs, and that one isn't like the lastly is my Fendi baguette, and this is the one you guys know I love, the Mama baguette, because, you know, who doesn't love a good baguette in general? And as much as I love the new Fendis that are right now in the boutiques, I just like have this love for vintage bags recently. I just think that, you know, like 20 years ago, the quality was just so pristine. And especially this one, you guys know, I mean, I can do a more detailed review if you guys ever want to see, but there's like no flaws in this, and this bag is like 20 years old. So I really love it, but again, it's a slouchier bag. Oh, by the way, I do have like an unboxing of this. I'll link it below if you guys are interested. But yeah, so with this one, it also is structured, and I don't necessarily want to stiffen it up with something like a Smorga, because it, like I said, that is going to give it a boxy look. So I, again, did order from Amazon. This is another pattern that they have. I don't actually love this pattern, and I think I probably will pick up like another version that matches this bag better, but I had this one in storage, so I kind of just put this in to see what it looks like. But you can see I have some stuff in here. You can see it fits perfectly, and it's the same thing, right? It has this, the side pockets. They come in so many colors, by the way, guys. So if you guys are looking for certain patterns or certain colors to match your bags, definitely look at this version. If you guys are interested, I will drop the link below so you guys can purchase it. And the pricing on this is so great. I think for a small, it starts at like $14.99 to like maybe like 20 something dollars. So it's a lot less than if you were to purchase from a Smorga. I know obviously those they're probably a little, material wise, it's thicker, it's more custom, so there is more cost to that. So just something to keep in mind. Like I said, every bag has a different need. So why not, you know, you don't need to get a Smorga or a Zumoni for every single one of your bags. Like this one works really great. And if you look at it, it still has like slouchy look, but not like, you know, structured as. First one is this Everlane Market Tote. I used to use this one for work or just like running errands on the weekend. It was great because like how big it is. I literally can just dump anything in here, and it's great for the winter, especially when you want to wear like sweaters and jackets. You can actually drop that in here too. But this kind of bag, an open tote like this, doesn't work well for me. I need to have an organizer just because you're kind of adding in all your stuff into this ginormous hole, and it's just hard to find everything. And plus your wallet gets scratched, you know, all your more delicate items. So I always will recommend getting an organizer for your bigger open totes, like Speedies, your Go Yard, you know, anything like of that nature. Sound like a broken record, but you guys know I love these nylon Amazon purchases for the organization. This is one of them. This is the large size. So I shared the small size, the medium size, And this one now is the large size. So you'll see that it's the same idea, right? But you get this way bigger size. So if you're looking to get like something for your Speedy or anything on that size range, I think this one would actually work. Your zipper. It's just definitely really, really useful because it holds everything you need. And I just stick my wallet in this little pocket right here. So it's so easy to grab and go. I never need to go in here and dig through things. And even if I did drop my keys in here, zip it up if I'm traveling somewhere and I don't want anybody to have easy access, because open totes, as we all know, might have a little clasp, but they do not normally. I mean, some do, but not all of them have a zipper. So you know, people often worry like, will I have any issues with losing things or people like reaching into my bag? And with this one, you actually get a zipper. So with this one, you actually get a zipper. See, it just like zips up just like that. So you technically just carry this if you need to. And what's great about it is even though your tote is open, you can't get into the items. So that is why I particularly love these organizers for some of my bags. I've also shared this bag before. If you guys are interested in seeing more reviews on this particular Balenciaga, I'll drop that in the info box below. But yeah, so this size works perfectly for a medium sized organizer. So I'm going to show you guys what that one looks like. That looks like this. So this is the medium size. This large size, this is the medium. And then the one I had in my Speedy, that one is a smaller size. And that one works really well for anything in that range. But yeah, this is the medium, same idea. I just have it stuffed with air bubbles, but it's the same idea. You get your pocket here. This also has a zipper, and this is all from the same brand. So I probably have them in like all the like basic neutral colors, all the sizes, because you guys know I just love how squishy this is. It just works so well. And then last organizer I wanted to share is this one is my Gucci tote. And again, I used to use this one when traveling because it fits right under your seat on the plane, but it just is like a really like durable, easy using bag because it has this like kind of like plastic like overlay to it. So it's scratch resistant and it doesn't zip up all the way, but it has this buckle right here. And again, just so you guys know, this bag is bigger than bigger than the Neverfull MM. I think the Neverfull is Neverfull MM is, yeah, definitely smaller than this. This would be like the GM size, I'm pretty sure, because you can see how wide it is. So this isn't exactly the right size for that GM size. However, I did want to show this one. Here is the brand. And just so you guys know, this one is actually another Amazon purchase. It's actually the first organizer I've actually ever purchased, because back then I didn't really know too much about options, and I didn't want to spend like $50 on an organizer. So I opted for this one. But you know, as I kind of tried out different ones, I was able to kind of see like what I like and didn't like. So I think out of all the ones I shared, this one will definitely be my least favorite. And it's my least favorite not because I think it's bad quality or anything. It's just because it's not as custom as a Zumoni or Smorga organizer, but it also is that like felt really structured look, but without that customization. So I don't love it, but I do think the price point is really good for this. So if you are looking for something that is like a Zoomoni, but you don't want to spend that kind of money, this will be a good alternative. And I will drop the info below if you guys are interested. But what's cool about this one is it does come with this. You can remove this in and out. You have a pocket here. There's so many organization. You have 3 here. But what's really great about this organizer is you have this insert, and this has Velcro on the side. So this actually sits right inside here on the edges where the Velcro is. So it acts like a divider almost in the middle of your bag, and you get this large inner pocket. You get this side, and you get these 3 little pockets. So there's so much organization going on in this little organizer. You have it over here. Even the back side has another area, and then you get this full inside. This part detaches, so you can throw your keys right down there so you don't lose it. Yeah, it's just like a huge placeholder, and you can put that here. And obviously you can use this in other bags too, or just carry it alone. So yeah, there's definitely other opportunities to use this in different ways. So that is pretty cool. But again, like my favorite ones, I would say if you're looking for something, maybe especially for your like your nicer bags, you want to make sure you hold the structure, go for like Zumoni, or that they're my favorite. But if you're looking for something that you don't want to spend that price point, and something that has more squish to it, that's a little bit slouchy yet still holds structure, you know, definitely check out those nylon organizers that I just shared. And I will link all the info below. And then lastly, I talk quickly about, you know, like how do we basically store our bags so they don't lose shape. Like I mentioned before, previously, like before when I would just store bags, I literally would just put them maybe in a dust bag at least, but just throw them in my closet. But I don't really think about how they sit or how they slouch. And often, like when I'll reach for them, because sometimes I won't use them for a while, they will have wrinkles, or I'll just have like, they'll be out of shape, and it just makes it look not as like put together, I guess, right? It doesn't have that like new refined look to it. So I really started to take more care and figure out like, how do I store things, organize it. The biggest mistake I've made is, I had a lot of SLGs and, you know, not necessarily a lot of place to store them. So the easiest way for me to store these was I would get these like little Tupperwares, and I would just kind of like, you know, basically have the wallet in its dust bag and just put that, and then stack all my SLGs in a container. And then one day when I was moving, and then I was, you know, finally going to be storing them a little bit better, I opened it, and this is what it looked like. I don't know if you guys can tell, but do you see how the edges right here are like discolored? And it feels like the glazing is coming off too. You can't tell. Now, I know this wallet is obviously pretty, I had it for a while. Like I can't remember when this was purchased, but definitely been a while. And this, if you guys remember, I think it's called a Vernis collection, where it's this like, they had it in like purple and pink and all these like other like really pretty colors. And it has this like glazing to it. I love this pearl white, and I wanted it in like everything. Outside feels really, you know, like kind of sticky. And then, but then anyways, I contacted Louis Vuitton, and they said that it's because of the way I stored it. So I didn't know that, you know, you can't do that. So don't make that mistake. Definitely don't store bags or any kind of SLG in closed boxes, Tupperwares, or anything like that, because you will, if you keep it in there too long. And what I actually do now is, number one, I kind of take my bag out of the dust bag to let it air a little bit. Because if you don't use a bag very often, it just sits in there. You don't know like how it's going to, like if it needs air to breathe, if it changes colors, maybe it changes the leather. So, you know, every now and then I'll kind of just take them out because I like to store it usually in a dust bag. That's it, just a quick video. I just thought it was important because I wish I knew exactly like what organizers are the best from price range. And I also would like to know like what's the best way to store something. I also store, I stuff shirts into bags, which I read somewhere that that's not good. You don't want to do that because it's not good for your bag. However, I still do sometimes, depending on if I have enough of those bubbles to kind of fit in. But yeah, so Amazon packages, make sure you're keeping those bubbles and put them inside your bag, keep the shape. And yeah, if you guys have any other like pro tips or just in general of how you store your bag, please let me know because I would love to know like how do you maintain bags so even 10, 20 years from now, it'll still look and keep its shape and look great. And that is it. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.